it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays. Oh god, welcome back everybody to your favorite weekly display of Lucid Masterclass, as I read in the chat. Formula Sundays is back, this time around in China, and we're having a wet qualifying. Kinda crazy situation going on here. Might be wet in the race as well, I'm not sure if China's the classic wet track, I guess. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. 10 drivers only today, as a little bit shabby, of course. Oh, no rain, people are saying. Yeah. We of course don't know what it looks like in the race. Damn, Lucid, like, bro, you've been on screen for 20 seconds already, cutting white pit exit line. Highly illegal. Give this man a 10-second time penalty, 5-place grid penalty. But yeah, Rice and Lucid out. I was about to say, at least with these 10 people, we all know all of them. But no, Catalina has made a return, and DJ as well, our two Americans in the Mercedes and in the Williams have connected to the game finally. Both of them, interestingly enough, having issues with the in-game mail. If you don't delete the mail the game sends you regularly, you cannot play online. Why is that so? I don't know. But it certainly is so. And it, like, I don't know, maybe it's just that it fills up, like, jams up the data that is, like, communicated online to you between the service, whatever. And then the connection isn't stable anymore. But if you want to delete these, because I did that like 2 weeks ago after I think Kingsman had issues, aka Barry, to join the lobby, it takes legit 3 hours because it's so slow. So yeah, DJ had the problem last week, couldn't join the lobby because of the mail. And Catalina has it this week, but somehow has managed to get in anyways. So we will hope her game stays alive. And yeah, we're gonna be on board with Rice for now, for him being the first one out on track, having the honor of setting the first time. I was about to say, looking in the rear mirror, unless Lucid decides to dive onto the inside and kills him immediately, or Lucid just overtakes him. That probably means that Rice's lap is done for anyways with that slide out in the first turn. Here for the GOAT, yep, didn't expect anything else. Manuf also watching, I see. Why not racing, man? We need ya. Can still join. Or is it just a distinct hate for Shanghai track? Oh well. Lucid is definitely sliding around these turns a lot as well. I wonder if these guys are running dry setups and yeah, they are just not really banking on the quali much, or if this is a Lucid exclusive issue. It does look very miserable, I can't lie. Like, knowing the track a little bit, knowing how he would usually push around the turns, and seeing how little he can go on the throttle here. That is kinda, yeah, a little bit rip. Seagull is up ahead in the Ferrari, that's the yellow flags. And everybody's out, really. I wonder, it doesn't look like it's drying up towards the end, so that's one thing, so at least it's not gonna be, or hopefully it's not gonna be like one of these qualifyings where, oh, 50 minutes it's kinda rainy and then in the end it's like sort of dry, and then you have one hot lap, exactly, and the entire rest of the quali is useless. Wow, the GOAT on pole position for now. Let's go with Barry a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's quali shenanigans. Cherry now beating provisional pole time. Yeah, he is pole in the truest meaning of the word, I guess. The GOAT on pole. In 10 minutes he will be 7th or something. Yeah. Probably a little bit quicker when I look at the rate he has been beaten. Oh, no, never mind. He has not been beaten by MQ. The second driver who came through behind. Let's see if Bats can beat the place time. Nope, can't do neither. To be fair, I think the 46.6 is not too bad in the rain. MQ is usually a decent qualifier, and so is Cherry. And Cherry is not far ahead. Curious to see what Kingsman can cook here. Okay, Barry. He is also usually not the worst qualifier, but I do think he is a little bit better in the race. And I guess, like, now, yeah, Seagull is, of course, gonna flex on everybody and be faster by a second. That's a Seagull thing. It's also very unfair if you're like a humble Seagull flying over the track. Your tires don't even touch the track, right? So you don't even have bad grip. It's like just extremely unfair. I think Seagull should rebrand to make a more fair environment for everybody. But Catalina, I think, is the only one who should still be out on a hot lap. Maybe DJ abandoned and is going for another one straight after. We will know that after Catalina crosses the line. And that's a 48.2, so the place staying in P3 for now. What's DJ doing? That's not gonna be much faster. It's gonna be faster for sure, but not gonna be fast at all. Still behind by 3 seconds. What's the GOAT doing? Oh, going for another. Holy. The play is so hot. Yeah, real talk, real talk. I feel like you can just sense it, right? Like, even if you haven't seen him IRL, the way he's driving, just peak. So, the place here, coming on to the big straight. And then the hairpin, really like one of the two major moments that's still ahead of him in this race, in this lap. Well, you can go wrong, but he hits the apex very, very nicely. Does not get too much wheel spin, a little bit is there, but I guess that's expected in the rain. Now this one, no corner cut here, stays within track limits, no wheel spin at all. Pushes it over the line, that is a good improvement. Only half a second behind Seagull, and by far the second fastest now. And let's see what MQ is cooking here. Yeah, that's one lockup for sure. Don't think it was necessarily slow though. I think his time, like his delta, looks pretty fine. This should be in the range of what he drove before. Actually, it's much quicker. It's even beaten the place. Only a 10th behind Seagull. Oh, and Barry here is cooking something up as well. This is a low 46 already after Sector 2. And he can get some improvement in this one as well. Takes curb on the inside even, does not touch it on the outside. Very tight turn there. And I think, yep, that keeps it comfortably on track for the last turn. 1.3 second improvement. It's just behind the place. The place? I mean, you're set in 7 minutes. He's gonna be 7. Oh, in 10 minutes. The other way around. Okay, yeah, 7 or something. But he's holding on so far. He's driven another pretty decent lap. I assume he's gonna come in now and get a new set of tires. And then he's gonna stay out for a bunch of hot laps still by the end. So let's see Lucid. Has just started another hot lap. He must have been on his outlet before. Yeah, we can see him sliding around here still a little bit, but honestly nothing too bad. Looks a good bit better than his first attempt for sure. He was all over the place in that one. I mean, yeah, no, yeah, you know what I meant. 1.2 second improvement. MQ disqualified from session. Parked in a dangerous location. Was he beached? Oh lord. He must have been beached, right? I don't think MQ wants to disqualify himself. Actually, he might want to, because I think, like, with him and Seagull, like, the Yeast is not contending for the championship anymore. Yanneman has still exploded his PC, if I'm not mistaken, so he's not going to challenge neither. Let me actually check the standings on my phone real quick. That's not the standings. Let's go here, as Lucid has put out a nice little improvement as well. There's a little bit of a gap between him and Catalina now. Standings, there we are. So MQ is currently clear of Yeast, well, yeah, of Yeast, with 91 points versus Yeast's 88. Seagull is on 75. And then there is Emils, but Emils is not racing today neither, I think. And then there is a long stretch of nothing before... who is it? Cherry and Rice are pretty close behind, and the Place actually, and Barry as well, and Manop, who is in the Twitch chat but not in the race. So yeah, I don't know, maybe MQ wants to start from the back, maybe he just beached himself. Constructors Battle is actually kind of close. Red Bull and McLaren are both on 103 points, Racing Bulls are on 100 points, so like there's basically a three-way tie. And Williams on 85 points are not even that far behind, and they of course have the big advantage that McLaren have as well, admittedly here, of having two cars in the race. We have been on board with Lucid a lot while I've been yapping. Let's see who else is currently trying for a lap. Let's see what Seagull's first sector looks like, and then we can decide. Yeah, okay. That's not gonna be it. I'm not sure if you actually have that much energy here. Or if, yeah, okay, no. Apparently he uses overtakes, so this is an actual hot lap. I'm expecting much more from DJ. And it seems like we're getting much more with this attempt. So currently 2.9 seconds quicker. That would put him at a high 48 at this rate. Cherry, I think, has just improved to go P2. A whole second behind Seagull, though. Oh, who must have PB'd just before I've put the camera on him. Could I still join, by the way? You can, sure. The more the merrier, I guess. If you're up for some rainy China, sure. has a good chance. Points are on the line at least. 47.6 for DJ. And that puts him out of Bats at least. But Bats is improving here from, yep, to 47.2, just behind Lucid. Rice is not going. Catalina has just improved the lap before. I doubt she's going for another here. Cherry looks like he is out of fuel. Seagull is not fast, generally speaking. No, yeah, okay, and our next two guys who could go for a lap are Barry and the place, but they are both a good bit away from starting still. Oh, what the hell? Okay. That's one way to let someone by. Is Bats an outlap? Or are we just trying to get to the pits as fast as possible? Okay, no, actually, Bats might be on outlap. Lucid says he's in 7th, and Bats' lap is cold. DJ's on. Hey, there's Fabian in gaming. I do feel like this one is not too hot neither. Okay, there was at least like a weird little lift here before the end. You gotta care to not get disqualified here, I'm just saying that much. Well, well, well. Let's look at the place. Oh, Seagull, another banger, another fastest lap here. 43.3. Seagull with the disqualification, that is no surprise. That's retired in the pits, nothing special happening there. And now it is the place for the podium, I guess. Will he still beat Cherry? Cherry's just ahead of him if I'm... No, that's DJ. So yeah. Ooh, 1.1 second improvement, that's huge though. That's easily enough to beat Cherry here. He just has to keep it on track and... Well, 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 whoever said in 10 minutes he will be 7th or something. That is the place doubting that will not be accepted in here. It's just 2 more turns here. I mean, Fabian will not get a lap in, but yeah, he's gonna start from 9th. But where will the place start? He keeps it on track. Is it the pole position? Oh my god, he slams the current pole position time. But there's 2 drivers still out there. Barry here is 0.9 ahead already, but he needs another 0.8 in the last sector, so this is better be good here in the last 3 turns. Let's go over the line. Wow, second is 3/10 behind the place. What a lap by the place. Yeah, Lucid now moving up to 6th as well by Seagull disqualification. And Rice is the last driver still out there who could become a danger for the place. Yeah, people praying for the place pole, and we see the Delta here on top, boys. I do think the place is not gonna give that one away. Rice is gonna cruise over the line. He better fucking cruise over the line. Honestly, at this point, can't just retire, really. If I have to sit through him driving into the pits and parking, I'm gonna start tweaking. Yeah, no comment. I should doubt my boy more often. It seems like he's better when I do, yeah. Yeah, maybe that's the solution. Just never believe in your favorite driver, or, well, in your team when you're talking football. I feel like, nah, that would be going... Actually, fuck it, we have a little bit of time until the race actually starts. Man, fucking Cologne. I can't, man. I can't. We had such high hopes before this week's game, and these boys don't even know where the opponent's goal is. Like, they shoot at that thing 29,000 times. Oh, and then you go down by an undeserved handball penalty. I don't know. I fucking had it. Back to F1 though. Like, this just had to get out. Yeah, I've been living with this pain since yesterday and today, and none of my usual football talk people were in voice chat. I just had to vocalize the suffer. Will the place win though, guys? Like, now? It is the real question. Can he keep it up? Oh, MQ has left the session. That is not too great. I guess I'm just gonna invite him and see what happens. Big up Liverpool, yeah. Yeah, I have a friend who's a Liverpool fan who's not enjoying themselves much recently neither. Which is, it's just crazy, honestly, like, with the team you guys are having, but at least you gotta win this weekend, right? If he gets his act together, he can win. Hope he doesn't fold under the pressure. Well, we have rain. I don't know if we have our usual informants in the chat who can tell me what the weather is actually gonna be like and how is it gonna be developing during the race. But it's just injuries, I think. Manager didn't help out. We'll do better next season. Yeah. To be fair, I feel like that's also a thing. Like with words especially, kind of gotta adjust to Premier League vibe, and then also, like, I do think he would benefit from a more flexible system, I guess, where he can just do more on the field. Because, yeah, I don't know, you guys have the feet, but it doesn't look like you have the brain, right? But yeah, maybe I should get into, like, football commentary streams, whatever. And, like, I have no idea what I'm yapping about, but so have nobody else, right? And I have no idea about F1 neither. My entire opinions about Formula 1 are just glazing Max Verstappen. But yeah. We have a few of the place believers. I do think Seagull and MQ are absolute terrorists in a way that they will nuke the podium. There's nobody left alive on that podium. It's gonna be Seagull MQ 1-2, and then there's a third position up for grabs that maybe goes to the place. Who knows? Maybe Kingsman is feeling extra terroristic today and takes him out in turn 1. This can happen. Not saying that it will. Not saying that Kingsman usually does that, but I don't know. If I know anything about German drivers in Formula Sundays, is that they usually end up in a wall. Either by skill issue or by other cars putting them in that wall. The place has avoided that quite well, I guess, so far. I don't think he's suffered DNFs at all. But yeah, let's see. Parking job. Boah, first step done. Successful parking. No mental damage taken by not parking in the lines. Damn, what a parking job by Cherry, man. He is on the edge of that box. Yeah, Catalina. The only one who has not managed to properly park yet. Oh my god. I don't know if that was the Seagull 360 there. But he looked like he was gonna miss his slot. Everybody else has made it though. And now we are on the grid. Lights are on. And they're going out and away we go. I think Seagull gets away really good. He drives away to the side immediately. The place still in P1. Barry on the inside. There is contact, but both of them survive it. Oh, Cherry, the Polish wall. They're heading towards the wall. Contact with, I think, Rice that was. Both of them lose a ton of positions. Seagull has cheated again, and Griphex put him into P5 already after the first turn. What is going on there? Bats and MQ, the two teammates, battling further down. The Poles are still at it. Side by side into this one. Rice is making the comeback. But Cherry is on the outside. And does he? Yeah, I think he comes out on top here. Yep. Seagull already up into P4. Catalina couldn't hold him off for long. And, well, Barry has taken P1 as well. Let's jump on board here. Lucid in P3? What is a polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas, man? That is crazy. Crazy scenes here. Lucid in P3, following the place and Barry in the fight for the top. And behind that is Seagull. He is lurking. He's taking that extra outside line to get more traction, get more speed out of this. Battery's gonna get engaged here. A slipstream train here, of course, no DRS to be seen anywhere. And I don't think there is a move just yet. MQ is trying to get past Bats, but as soon as he moves out of the slipstream, he's just getting outsped here. Diving deep onto the inside. DJ very deep as well. He's gonna lose a position to MQ at least. Bats is side by side with DJ still as well. And that turn is not takeable side by side. Bats backs out here. Right decision. In the meantime, Lucid has fallen to the goal. Seagull is on podium position already. Catalina is in a fight with Cherry here. Cherry around the outside, did not slide as much, I assume. Yes, a lot more exit speed here. Cuts the track to the inside a little bit, is in the better position for the upcoming turn. Slight contact there on the rear left. But he's pretty much just parking his car in the way of Catalina, so she can't really defend anything here. Or rather attack back, because Cherry just closes all the angles. And what I don't know if you want to touch the grass there. It did look like Cherry did just tap it a little bit and immediately lost his car. Let's go back to Seagull though. Seagull versus the place. The two goats fighting against each other. Oh, and it does look like Seagull gets a pretty good exit here. It's to lift a little bit to not lose it and to not lose traction. Oh, Cherry and Lucid lost a lot of positions. What happened there? Side by side through the turn behind. And both Williams and MQ have slipped through. Catalina versus Rice is a battle behind these two guys here as well. Seagull on the inside. Where's the place still? Where's the place? Oh boy, yeah, he did not get out of that turn well. Catalina side by side with Rice and MQ on the outside. What's gonna happen here? Rice backs out there, Catalina and MQ side by side, but you can't really take that turn next to each other, especially not in the rain, so MQ gets punted off track slightly. Cherry is here to pick up the scraps there, gets past Rice again. The two Poles this season, they do love each other. They have been battling so often, Rice and Cherry. And here again, they've been wheel to wheel for the majority of the first few laps. I mean, Lucid is still up in that little cluster of cars, but yeah, he's not. Nah, he does not look like he is having a look at anybody right now. And the top three there, Barry, Seagull, the place, still a yeah, group that is very close together. Catalina here acts like the leader of the second train there, but between them 5-second gap. So the podium positions really have set themselves apart already. And Seagull is pressing against Kingsman here. It's to lift everywhere to not crash into him. And I think as soon as he gets past Seagull, past Barry here, he will start flying, literally. He will just be gone, but that will leave Barry in the place, of course, with a fun little opportunity to battle over here. MQ has made it through as well now, so he can catch up to the leaders. I think of the remaining drivers, he is for sure the fastest. And I think Cherry is also a clear second fastest. Maybe with Rice together, these two seemed like they were very well able to battle with each other. Oh, and DJ and Bats. Yeah, DJ backs out of this one. Fabian, eventless start. I can imagine he has barely any prep at all. I think it was just a spontaneous call to hop in here. Now he has to deal with wet China. I personally couldn't, but kudos to him. So he will have to like rely on a little bit of chaos further up to close up against again though. So let's go to the top battle here. Barry versus Seagull. Picking up the pace. The place can't quite follow anymore. It's dropping down out of the 1 second window now. And I need to tap out because I don't have the live timings here actually. I hope that will not kill the lobby. Whoopsie. Should have done that in the meantime. There we are. Okay. So now I have some extra data as well. So, intermediate tires, I think take about 3%, is safe to say, per lap. So, on 28 laps, you could argue that you can probably drive one set throughout the entirety. I don't think there is any driver stupid enough to attempt that. But I do think one stopper will be the absolute meta, because you don't need 2 stops. Oh, Blaze back up in this. Battling there between the top 2. Cost them a little bit of time. The place has closed up again. I am not sure what Seagull is doing there. If this is just ADHD or if he wants to warm up his tires? I don't think you want Inters to be warm that much, really. And also he almost spun, so probably they're plenty warm already. But let's see. Seagull past Barry. Or is it? Going around the outside here. And I don't think Barry got a good exit there, so it is going to be Seagull in front now, ahead of the Blaze and Barry. Cherry and MQ are closing up though. Rice has a little bit of an issue to follow there. It's 2 seconds behind Cherry and MQ there. But yeah, well, I think Seagull is going to be leaving fairly shortly in front. I do think we're gonna get an interesting group fighting for the podium positions with Barry, the Blaze, Cherry and MQ. But as of now I don't think there is much of a move on the line here. Catalina against Rice here might be happening, but honestly that exit was not great. Lost a little bit of time by having to release after running off the track. Rain forecast is on 69%, very nice, and still very wet. So I do think we will be keeping the Inters for a while. There's no signs, at least in the tool, that it's drying up yet. Ooh, Catalina there. A little bit too much speed, or throttle rather, just outside of the track. Immediately losing the car there. It's very dangerous in these conditions. think we're just gonna stick with the place here for a little bit until Cherry and MQ have closed up. Because he has a nice little overview on Seagull and Barry. I mean, it does give him a little bit of the advantage that he is, as of now, not even looking for overtakes much, right? He's just driving his line, whereas you can see Barry like looking left and right of Seagull if he finds a window to go in there. So of course, not much, but losing him tiny bits of time. Seagull also like having to adjust his line a little bit towards that side so that he can defend in case Barry actually decides to launch a move. This one has been a rather bad exit by the Alpine driver though, and the place is closing in rapidly. It's not using ERS though, and is also taking his usual braking point, so it's not going to be a big lunge or anything. He might try some on the upcoming straight here. But yeah, now that the gap is already too big again. Oh, but Cherry and MQ are closing in rapidly. I'm wondering if these two are actually quicker than the top group, or if Seagull is... I don't know if Seagull's sandbagging, to be honest. I mean, it makes for a more fun experience to watch, I guess. So, if he does, I don't mind it. But yeah, like we're getting the field back together here a little bit. Only 1.5 seconds for Cherry and MQ left to join these guys. Seagull, of course, is on a disadvantageous setup again, so that might play a role. He is. Okay, yeah. Surely. Yeah. Copium. Is Seagull beatable? Who knows? No. But yeah, I'm not complaining necessarily. It's a 5-man group then, here, in a bit. And there's gonna be all sorts of stuff happening for these positions. A lot of fighting, I hope. Seagull's just toying with them for sure. I'm not too sure. I think he has a pretty devastating setup here again. I think he's basically running a Monaco setup, which is why he struggled to get past Barry in the first place, and why he's gaining probably like a second in turn 1 and 2, but like in the middle sector and on the long straight he's losing a lot. I think he said he was gonna go like 50-40 wings, so like highest front wing and like pretty high rear wing. But yeah, maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe he's on controller, who knows. What we do know is that these guys, like, yes, they get caught by Cherry and MQ, but they are still quicker, or at least as quick as Rice and the others. Because the gap of 5 seconds between Cherry and the place has now just moved to behind MQ and Rice. So Rice has, relatively to Seagull, not gained any time. But yeah, we have now a bunch of drivers nearby again. Rain percentage in the tool is slowly dropping, but in a way that it's so slow that I doubt we're gonna see a dry track towards the end. Would be interesting, of course, if we see like the track dry up in lap 20 or so. From what I can see, the inters are somewhere between 25 and 30% now. So, like, I think lap 60... inters, I'm not quite sure when they fall off. Lilbro, you're in the chat, I see you. Surely you know, right? You have a bit of knowledge But I think I've heard like they're only really good into the 40% because like even though the rubber is still there, the profile isn't, and so they get much worse in the rain. Yeah, okay, great. Runs in the family, I guess. He doesn't know, and neither do I. Cherry with the time penalty is the only one who dares to cut the curbs apparently right now. Usually you gotta do one stop. Yeah, I mean in the rain you don't gotta do a stop, of course. Like there's no mandatory pit stop in the rain, but yeah, I would assume it's one stop. Would just be interesting if it dries up towards the end, if people try to extend their stint into like lap 24 or whatever, and then go for softs immediately in the end, and not go for an extra set of inters, you know? Because I don't know if it's just like cope, but I do feel like it's getting a little bit lighter, color-wise at least, in the sky. And MQ here is driving off the racing line, and that can only really be to cool his tires, I assume. The pace has picked up a little bit. Rice and Catalina are now 6.5 seconds down the pack. So yeah, maybe Seagull has shown his guns for real now. Well, we will see. There's not really any moves being made here. We were watching from MQ's perspective, of course, because he's the last car in this train. But yeah, even looking ahead, like, it's hard to find an exit so good that you can just out-slipstream someone in a train, even if it's not a DRS train. In this turn, of course, you could go for different lines, but then again, I do also feel like it doesn't make that much difference in the wet. You can't, like, grip it around the outside and get a lot of speed there, as well as you can in the dry. Which applies for pretty much every turn, of course. Oh yeah, who am I telling that overtaking in the rain is more difficult? I think that should be pretty clear to anyone watching a little bit of racing or having ever driven a car in the rain. Bro, that Cherry, man, I don't know, like, I think it's better to not go maximum inside if that does mean that you don't touch the grass and lose your car every turn. That has to be not good for the tires as well. Just leave a little bit of room here. You get less penalties, you get less spins. MQ is running a little bit wider. Doesn't seem to have... okay, I was about to say, he doesn't seem to have that much issues with wheel spin, but then he proceeded to drift through the snail turn there. Oh my god, MQ is... he's locking up, he's locking up like nobody else I've spectated in quali as well. Seagull now getting a little bit of a lead back, so that might put some pressure on Barry. I think the place here is even putting a little bit of pressure on him. MQ now here. Cherry another weak exit. But is that gonna be enough? Ooh, Barry there running very, very deep. Could make a comeback on the second half of the turn here, but I don't think he does quite yet. Now MQ has the inside on this one. DJ with a time penalty as well, and Rice is pitting. Presumably for new tires. And not for a new wing. So, that was just a regular pit stop. The place now through to P2, and Barry has dropped significantly behind the place. Place unleashed here. Cherry is still going on the grass like it's nobody's business. Stop it, little bro, man. Just go a little bit more towards the outside. Makes me nervous. And Barry does not look like he's having the best of times. It does look like the inters are really falling off. Well, the place is even like closing in on Seagull. What is going on here? Is he just the GOAT for real? Or is it just a delta bug? But holy, he's like 2 seconds quicker, has gained 2 seconds and half a lap on Kingsman. AKA Barry here. Cherry is way back, won't be able to make a dive. And yeah, the main other duo that we had on track, Rice and Catalina, the two Williams, now split up as well, with Rice pitting. None of the top guys come in. Wow, the play's fastest lap. I mean, we could see it visibly in the deltas. He is zooming in on Seagull, and he's getting away. It's also not faster going on the grass. Bro, I'm not sure if the perspective was just kind of weird there, or if Cherry literally drifted the entire first turn. What is going on there? Brother, this is not WRC. I do feel like the pit lane calls for him. This does not look too great anymore. The time he's bleeding, yeah, it's big time. Bit late to the party, but another the GOAT Glazer is here. Yeah, he's okay. I don't know what happened to his delta, but he's genuinely putting on a banging performance there. He's just driven fastest lap last lap. That one was an entire second faster than Seagull and 1.5 seconds faster than anybody else. So the GOAT is out for blood here, for the top step of the podium. Rain forecast is still slowly but steadily dropping, and every now and then I have the feeling it just gets lighter in the sky, so we might actually see it drying up. Maybe not soon, but like towards the end of the race. He was also on pole position, so like you really missed out on a lot of glazing opportunities. Oh, but there's the Seagull fastest lap. MQ here now, easy overtake on Barry. Cherry sees that he can't drive on these tires anymore. Has gone into the pits. I mean, you can barely still see the profile. That's crazy. These things look like slicks. They must have been gone. Like, if we compare, actually, maybe it's just how the game looks, but I feel like Rice's fresh tires look a lot more like having a profile than whatever Cherry had on there. Time penalties are raining down right now. And so our overtake's gonna be here. I think Rice is gonna attack Fabian here. And Rice honestly gained a lot of time on Cherry already as well. GOAT always has a good race when I'm not watching. Monaco, I wasn't there and he got a podium. Yeah, Monaco was a crazy performance by him. Certainly helped on by Monaco just being a little bit jank and killing other drivers. Well, I can only remember one, but that's the funniest DNF I've ever seen. But yeah, a crazy performance by him on Monaco, I can't lie. So let's see. Rice versus Fabian. Can he make it here already? Oh, Fabian locks up a little bit, but also probably extremely respectful of Rice's space here. Doesn't want to defend too hard. Let's see. Seagull is now running wild and free, and the place might come under attack by MQ, but actually let's watch here. Whoa. I mean, Lucid, this is definitely more of a GT level move, I guess. Coming into the apex like that. Well, I will not lie, there was also not a lot of room on the turn-in, on the inside. But at least nobody died, I guess. I'm fairly certain if Bats is not gonna get another warning this race, he will want to appeal that one, because I'm fairly sure he just got punted off track by Lucid there. DJ and Cherry, I assume Cherry just overtook DJ, and it's not like DJ is chasing after Cherry. And MQ has had to drop the attack on the place again. The GOAT once more, reigning supreme, breaking free. Ooh, and Cherry is approaching this little battle over here, Bats and Lucid, albeit Lucid having gained a little bit of a cushion now to Bats. And we're approaching the halfway line of the race. We're also approaching the halfway line of the rain forecast. It has now dropped to 49%, so steadily going downwards. Last time we went wet to dry, it stopped raining at 25. I am not sure if this is a regular thing or if it was just luck, but once again, weather always keeps us guessing here. Really wish the spectators would have, like, all the spectators would have to witness holy diving here by Bats. Damn, can go Olympic on this one. Doing a double salto on Lucid and Cherry. Lucid diving into the pit lane as well. Yeah, that was definitely... He was reaching a little bit. Shouldn't do that in front of American cops for sure. Damn. The humble Asuna spawning in to call out Bats terrorism. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was not worse than what the place did before. I will not lie. It's just very difficult to overtake at all, and I guess you just resort to some, I wouldn't say desperate, but like risky moves to get any opportunity to get past at all. Justice for Daddy. I think Justice for Daddy would have been, he did kill a man, I will not lie. I recognize myself in him. Yeah, I was about to say. That is the most recent actual terrorist in Formula Sundays. I don't think he's a good example. Look, I started watching and the GOAT drops 4.5 seconds. Yeah, Seagull has dropped the training weights. To be fair, the GOAT also gained 4 seconds on Kingsman, aka Barry, who was running in second comfortably for the majority of the early race, so... The pace is still good. Seagull is just picking up pace rapidly. He has driven, I think, 2 of the 3 fastest laps. Oh, never mind, Cherry's chiming in. But he has been driven very fast laps in the last few laps. And I think that's probably an indicator for the fact that the track is getting a little bit better as well. His current one is 0.2 quicker than the previous fastest lap. Which was also himself. If you're second behind Seagull, you're still a winner, real. Yeah. Honestly, I think you guys have just uncovered the cope of countless Formula Sundays runner-ups in the championship. Because, oh lord. You can look like you're winning the championship throughout the entirety of the season, but then in the last race, a humble Seagull spawns in and snatches the title away from you. Well. There's not much going on with Rice here anymore. Everybody ahead of him went pitting. Interestingly enough, the top 4 all without pit stop yet. I can see... Well, I have seen a little bit of tire data. I would assume we're ranging in the 50 to 60% tire wear area right now. Yeah, I can confirm. Yeah, there's Formula Sundays runner-up number 1 coming here. Formula Sundays Chick Hicks. Oh. Crazy is still second with gifted subs. Bro, honestly, I don't know what was going on. To be fair, we fucking peaked in COVID. That shit was crazy. Like, Aaron, Herbie and I were streaming like 6 hours every day for like 3 months back to back. And like, not only streaming stuff, we were just lining up Rocket League matches. Like, Herbie was scheduling every single match of like our biggest Rocket Sundays, I think, at that time as well, where we had like 150 teams or so. And you could just watch for hours every single day. It was such a crazy time. Actually, it might be... Nah, that must have been before. I was unemployed then. I was employed in COVID. Must have been 2019 then, not 2020. But yeah, that was crazy. And the quizzes were there. Yeah, there was so much content. That was the golden era, really. Now we just have, like, washed up Formula Sundays streamer. Streaming Formula Sundays every once in a week. Wonder if I can catch up to Aaron. Okay, so the difference is like what? 113 subs? That's like literally $700 or so. So yeah, I just don't do that. Can we get a Lucid cam? I mean we can, but there's not much going on. Lost my apprenticeship because of COVID. Yeah, that sucks, honestly. We had like one girl in our class, like, because I was in apprenticeship at that time as well. I started in 2019, I think, yeah. And then like when we had apprenticeship, the classes had like, bro. Can't even kill yourself, mate. What the fuck? Stop it. It's illegal. Retire in the pits if you don't want to drive anymore. Yeah. Pretty much same though. Yeah, we're getting... don't tell me we get safety car. Let it be virtual safety car at least. At least this is not rigging anyone's race. Nobody's there to pit and profit. Switch off him, yeah. Well. On a side note, with all the stuff going on, with all of me reacting to random shit in chat and getting sidetracked, I do think we see like barely any raindrops anymore, right? Is Seagull going to dry already? Is he being like, okay, yeah, this VSC is just up my alleyway. Nope, that's Intis. That's also Intis. This looks like mediums, no? That is mediums. That's hard. Cherry is going. Honestly, I think the interstoppers kinda fumbled, no? This looks bone dry to me now. Well, the track may not be, but like there's no rain. MQ gambling, yeah. I think MQ just can't stop winning. That's crazy. I mean, Seagull profited greatly from the VSC, I think, so he now still is like 15 seconds ahead, can probably pit whenever he wants now, because the track's probably not perfect yet, but we will see. I will say, Seagull is posting fastest laps on the Inters, or fastest middle sector on the Inters. MQ is 2 seconds slower in the middle sector. And if you compare to the best sector that Seagull just said, he's like 3 or 4 seconds slower. And I mean, as you see here, I think it will be like roundabout even in the very end, because the track is of course gonna dry up fast now that it's not raining anymore. But like for 3 or 4 laps, he's gonna be significantly slower. DRS enabling is still a good indicator. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Lost position because I got hit off the track. Yeah, that tends to happen, unfortunately. What in the open lobby BS? I don't know. I will have to see a clip of that. Sometimes it is just... Oh damn, Lauda being called out for Ferrari strategy. It is still okay, to be honest, if the break-even point is like now. Then it's only like a 20 seconds, it's a 25 second gap to Seagull, right? The pit lane is something like 22 or whatever. 1 second slower. Like MQ has been 10 seconds slower than Seagull last lap, so... Kingsman has been another 3 seconds slower than MQ. The softs are not working out just yet. It's crazy how much of a difference it makes, like going to pit just 1 lap earlier. Yeah, MQ still slower. Yeah, good call by the Inters. I thought they would be fumbling here. Fabian is also on softs and Bats is on mediums, so actually let me just whip out and so let's see, last lap for each of these. Actually, I'm gonna wait a little bit longer for the place one here to update at least. Seagull's last lap 1:44.9, the place last lap 1:47.67, and then we have Cherry pitting this lap now, so he thinks now is the cutoff. The data does not imply that, I can assure you. Then MQ's last lap has been a 1:54, so 10 whole seconds slower than Seagull. And Kingsman's is a 1:55. Let's see what Rice is cooking. Rice is cooking himself up a little 3-second time penalty. And he's at least cooking a 1:51, so that's only 7 seconds slower than Seagull. And what's DJ doing? 54 as well. Fabian could be interesting if the soft is any better than the other tires, but soft's of course gonna have a little bit of trouble to survive. That's also 1:55, that's on 1:54. So yeah, the Inters still seem to be good, and I would... that's the wrong button. I would probably... advise a driver to stay out an extra lap here. Seagull is still staying out, and I think like the place should follow that example. It's a 1:45 last lap for Seagull, 2/10 slower than his previous one, but like not in a way that much slower that it warrants an immediate pit stop. And you see the gap now, right? The place is like having an entire pit stop of an advantage now over to MQ, basically. And these guys have been doing 1:45 now. And what MQ is gonna do here is power oversteering off the track. So yeah, that's taking 10 seconds slower here. Cherry, I think, yeah, Cherry just came out of the pits. That's not really representative, but yeah, it's just still not good. The goat and the gull still out on the track. And still cooking, honestly. Like, Seagull is only 3/10 down in Sector 1, which happens basically even in Sector 2. See what the place has. The place even better in Sector 2. He's gonna fastest lap this lap here, for himself at least. Don't think if he's beaten Seagull's one, that's still 1.5 seconds clear of his one. I don't think this slick gamble pays off. Nope, I don't think so neither. It's 28 seconds by now. I think you lose like 22 seconds in the pits. So, yeah, the time, like 5 seconds or whatever you gain in VSC, it is for sure just gone. And I do think, yeah, it's another lap here probably. Oh, who's that? Catalina, struggling on, what is that, mediums? Yep. Wait, no, is that even Catalina? Yeah, it is. Okay. So it can't be that he's already lapping Rice, but... yeah, he isn't. Penalty-wise, you see a bunch of them have corner cut penalties. All of them have corner cut penalties, by the way. There's no bigger penalties as far as I can see. Oh. So, Cherry, Rice and Bats are on 6 seconds, and the others are on 3. Actually, before I want to switch off the tires at some point anyways again. Have a little look at the penalties here. Suck. Okay, so, what I was about to say, the Inters seem to be starting bleeding some time. But while the place is down on his delta, Seagull has just posted the new fastest Sector 2 by half a second. So I'm fairly sure, yeah, certain he's just gonna go on, yeah. And there is a new fastest lap, so the place, of course, is gonna see that, and he's gonna see how his own racing feels here, and he's gonna be like, okay, yeah, I guess I got one more in me, and then he's gonna go for another round. I think Doom will win. Yeah, true. I will I will occupy the Ferrari seat just before Seagull crosses the line, and I will snatch that W. I wonder if you go to pit even at all. I think that's an interesting question now as well. Like, it's half a minute to go. Half a minute of an advantage for the place here. And to be fair, if like the DRS sign comes up, you can probably safely pit, because as I think Jan said earlier, DRS being activated again is usually a good sign of yeah, it's good, you can go to slicks now. But I wonder if you even do. By the end of this lap, it's gonna be 4 laps only. Is 4 laps on Inters really gonna cost you that much? I'm not sure. Cherry's collecting penalties still. That is the second corner cut penalty in the last 3 laps, I think, right? He must have immediately started collecting more warnings, but... I mean, I don't know, man. He's taking the grass line every single time when I see him in this turn. Inters were much more the drier it gets. Yeah, fair. But then if they were more, they're like more like smooth, like slicks, right? So it's just a W. I mean, we will see. It is interesting though that I do think MQ did not lose time this lap. Or not you lose as much time as before. So if you're pitting, by the end of this lap is for sure the timing, because I think right about now is the break-even point. I think we've just seen... Who have we just seen? Oh, that is MQ, yeah, actually. Ahead of Cherry there, the McLaren. Looked like they were coming out of the pits, but I don't think they were. Proper interconditions are like 2%, while on switching conditions it's like 3 times as much. I mean, yeah, true, fair. And we've seen fastest individual sectors for Rice in this last lap. He's driven a 44.9 compared to Seagull's 44.3 and the Play's 44.8. So they're like about as fast as the others now. And Seagull pits, and I think the Plays probably should pit as well. It's just risky to stay out longer. You have 30 seconds to go to MQ. I mean, you can Giga risk it and think you will keep Seagull on softs behind you for 3 laps if you stay out on Inters, but Place is not delusional. The Place is in the wall though. Ay, what is going on there then? Can I go off the cockpit cam? I want to see if he lost his wing. That was a yellow flag. Okay, I think the wing is intact though, so it's all good. Just a little bit of a scare. Okay, I was like, what is he waiting for then? But he was just charging up his turbo boost. Yeah, and that's looking like an easy P2 for the Place here. And honestly, nobody is really in fighting distance. Do we have any long distance battles based on time penalties? Actually, Cherry versus Barry. I can remember saying that a lot last week as well. Cherry's on 9-second time penalty, Barry is on 3. So there is a battle where Barry overtakes Cherry if he stays within 6 seconds and no additional time penalties are acquired. Same goes for DJ versus Rice. DJ is on 3 seconds, Rice is on 6, so DJ would need 2 more seconds to actually overtake. Same goes for Bats versus Catalina, I guess, albeit... No, never mind, I can't read. It would be Bats versus Fabian if Bats overtakes Fabian. Actually, that is a battle that we could watch, because this is the closest gap between anyone, really. But Bats has 6 seconds, so there's like no way he overtakes Fabian and gets clear of him by 6 seconds without killing him. Not to give anyone any ideas. Fabian's also on the softs, but these will have worn a little bit. Seagull pitted, yes. Both Seagull and the Place pitted last lap. You don't really see the gap because the only gap that changed is the Place to MQ, because both of Seagull and the Place were in. But yeah, Seagull and the Place both on soft tires now. I mean, for Seagull there's really no risk, right? He knows he will overtake the Place on soft tires in 3 laps. There's no way that the Place keeps his position there. That was honestly a very sleek overtake by Bats there. Nothing that Fabian could do. And Fabian, of course, has to save tires a little bit more than Bats as well, given that the soft compound is not usually running for like 10 laps or so. I'm fairly certain. I think Cherry was fully off track this time around. And that gives Barry a definite ownership of P4 for now. And there it is, Seagull, fastest lap. First time seeing Bats clean overtake. Yeah, because the camera is never on him, right? Because I'm a bad race director, right? Right? Well, we're not implying anything else here, right? Nah, the terrorism slander is a little bit too much, I think. Don't really think we have anybody too bad at driving anymore. At least not since Lauda retired, of course. Nah. Well, pace is speeding up a lot. Everybody PBing currently. I mean, to be expected, really. Wait, it's the last lap already. I think it's only the last lap for Seagull, though. So Seagull is going to come over the line now. And these guys ahead get to drive another lap. I think for Fabian it's imperative to not get overtaken, because then he's going to lose P9. Oh, what's going on here? Okay, Cherry is losing the position even on track. I think, I don't know, man. Bro must have drifted so much that his tires are legit gone after a few laps here. Neither of them wants to be ahead at the DRS detection point. Playing a game of chicken here. The place is gonna come over the line. I think so is Catalina, taking her 10th position, getting that singular point. Barry now is gonna be the one with the DRS, and for what? For an overtake. Okay, that's fair game, I guess. Okay. Or they just take the scenic route together. Very cute. Cherry is still on the inside. See? No, he is not. He is fully behind, and it's going to be Barry in P4. Cherry in P5, and I think this is not going to be an overtake here anymore for DJ versus Rice. The time difference and penalties is only 3 seconds. Only thing that could still happen is if Fabian loses the car here. He's gonna lose that position to Bats. Because the difference is 6 seconds here. But yeah, that does not look like it. And honestly, crazy to say that we had more and better racing in the wet part of the race. Not in the part where we could actually do some racing. But yeah, Seagull with another dub. The place, the GOAT, the legend, on P2, back on the podium again. And so is MQ. Yeah, Seagull domination over here. The usual. But yeah, here we have it. 50-minute finishing time here for Seagull. The place in second there, only one position lost. Stayed out of MQ. Good strategic decision ultimately made the difference for the top two here. And then we have MQ in third still. Is going to get some points for his championship efforts. Albeit, I think Seagull is going to be very close again with his 4th win now. Yeah, Barry and Cherry. Decent finishing positions. The poles here back together as well with Rice in 6th. DJ and Fabian, I think former teammates as well. 7th and 8th together. And then we have Bats and Catalina. Finishing up the finishes of this race. Lucid, of course, with his untimely demise a few laps earlier. Hope he keeps it up. Yeah. Would be cool to see. Would be cool to see him keeping it up with more drivers again as well. I mean, I feel like 10 is manageable for sure, but like it's always more fun if it's more towards the 20s. There's just much more going on and much more you can see. So, yeah, hopefully next week is gonna be a little bit of a better week in terms of attendance again. But yeah. Told you, Lucid Masterclass. Yeah, real. Either way. Thank you all for being here as usual. Have a good night, and see you next week when we will be racing in the US of A. And that is gonna be... oh god, let me not lie here actually. It's gonna be Las Vegas, yeah. I had Las Vegas in my mind, but yeah, it is actually Las Vegas next week. So yeah, till then, enjoy, and goodbye. And it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays.